Hi, my name is Pernilla Lilla Rose, and I am realizing that I have been forgetting to introduce myself on all my videos so far. So, hello, my name is Pernilla. My company is called Divine Feminine Flow. And if you want more information about me, you can just go to my website, divinefeminineflow.com. If I forget to introduce myself the next many times, my apologies, but I think my name is on the YouTube channel. So anyway, I just needed to get that out of the way. What I wanted to share with you today is actually so beautiful. I was at a little gathering yesterday where we do some really beautiful, beautiful, deep inquiry. When we all do it, focusing on one specific subject, there's just this beautiful field that is created, and where it's easy, really easy to access all that yummy stuff inside and also what's getting in its way. So at some point I shared, and this is the question that I want to share with you today, is why not just love yourself? Why not just love yourself? In a way, it could be a rhetorical question where you just say it like, yeah, why not? But what if we make it into a real question right now and we each ask ourselves that question, why not just love myself? Why not? Why not? Do you have a specific reason why you would not do it when you are asked this question, when you get an opportunity to just like, yeah, why wouldn't I? And for the most part, of course, there is this separate sense of self that we all deal with that has all the reasons why you should not love yourself. And what I've been sharing for a while, what I've been seeing in my own life for a long time, and it's just a deepening, it feels like, just a shedding of that false layer of sense of a separate sense of self. It's like a feeling or something. I think it was yesterday or the day before I talked about, you know, where do you go to find yourself, right? And what we usually find is that energetic feeling that doesn't feel very good, and in a way doesn't feel very lovable, and also is not something that could answer the question with a yes. It's like, yeah, I can love myself. That is the part that keeps pushing us away from who we truly are. And then we focus on it for whatever reasons. It doesn't feel good. We have to do something with it. We have to get rid of it. But what if we just let that question sink in for a moment? Why not just love myself? Just feel what shows up for you. Just notice that and see if there is a reason, or if you can see through it and say, yeah, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And that's what it is for me when I ask that question, why not just love myself? It's like, yeah, I mean, that would be crazy not to. And I have been practicing this forever, and I can't even imagine being harsh on myself or unkind or judge myself. If I make mistakes, which we all do, which I do, or if I miss misbehave, whatever way that would be, project, I just go, oh, wow, okay. So I just allow that experience to move through me. And instead of holding on to it and like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. And oh, it's like, no, like, oh wow, I made a mistake. Because I'm not feeling bad or ashamed about making mistakes. If I have offended somebody or hurt somebody, I can just say, you know what, I'm really sorry. That's not my intention. There's something here that reacted, and let me be with that and find out, if that needs anything or if it's just an old pattern that resurfaced. And honestly, it's gone. There's nothing that lingers. It's just poof. And it's still really important question that we all ask ourselves. And what I noticed yesterday is that when I really got into that deep, yummy, silent space, I just feel that there's still something in my nervous system that is not at ease, that is not included in the love. It's almost like it's there's something that's not okay with it, and it's not a mental thing that I can come up with a story. It's just a sensation. And I would think, this is at least my own experience over the years, it's come down to it's just these subtleties of energy, of nervous system contractions that are very familiar, and there might not be a story to it. And what I felt yesterday, and this is not just yesterday, but there's still something that is not, it's almost like it's not okay. There's something like, what will other people think about me? What will they say? How will they react? Will they get angry at me? Will they shame me? It's kind of that conglomeration that lives in my nervous system still, that I have not been fully able to expand through or into or out of, whatever words we want to use. So I was just noticing that. It's like, oh, and there's nothing in me that's trying to fix it or get rid of it or find out what it is. So I was just like, it felt like I would just drop in with of course I love myself. So that love and that kindness would just descend. And instead of trying to do with that part that doesn't really want to be part of that, I could just kind of sink through it. And then it felt like that love embraced the whole package all at once, with everything in there that still somehow believes it's separate from the divine or from God or from the flow. And it was so beautiful and so simple. I just felt moved to share that here today. If it's at all possible, if you still have areas in your body and your memory and your personality, whatever it is, if there's still parts in there that you're really battling with and that you believe needs to be fixed or go to therapy about, be healed. And not that there's anything wrong with that. It's all part of the journey. So nothing is wrong ever. So even the part inside that feels that this is wrong, right? We say, oh, this is wrong. I need to do something about it. So if it's possible to just let all of that just be here and notice if you can, it's kind of like sinking into it without trying to engage with it, judge it, fix it, avoid it, reject it, express it. It's another one, if there's anger in there, can you just let yourself sink through it all with a full okayness? It's like, yeah, sinking, allowing. And it might just be a momentary experience that you'll have where you basically don't touch it. You do not pretend it's not there, but it's just an experience to try to not touch it or not react to it or have a reaction or an opinion about it. And then see what happens. I also want to add to that, then can you allow yourself to be okay with it all so you can actually sink through and almost like bring yourself around it with a love, with that love. Why not just love yourself? Can you just love yourself with all that stuff that you think shouldn't be there or that you are ashamed of, afraid of? Just try it out. It can be a very magical experience where you might really get a sense of what it is like to just love yourself no matter what, no matter what is inside of you. If you're able to do it right now, can you feel that division, the duality, it kind of just disappears? And what is here is just that love. Can you just love yourself, all of yourself, all that's in there, and see what happens? You might notice that it kind of just dissolves, or the tension goes out of it. And you can go, oh, there's like, oh. And then, what is that? What is that? What are you without fighting this bag of stuff? What are you? Mm. Feel free to comment below if you want to share your experience. I would love to hear it. And thank you so much for being here today.